Hey everyone, it's Chris here. Welcome back. It's Eve's Eve today. We've just finished Simon and Jenna's Christmas cup of catch up and cards, and it was very close in the Christmas quiz between Elle and I, but Elle just beat me. So I'm still shaking like a leaf. No, I'm alright, but it was great fun and well done again to Elle for winning. And thank you to Simon and Jenna for putting that together. That was great fun. Coming on today to do a quick walkthrough for you. It's of the Tarot de Marseille by Vincent Pitisci. This was actually a very kind gift from a member of the community, one of my followers, Sorcha. So thank you so much to Sorcha for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll go through the cards. Now, you know, I usually like to do an interview spread at the once I've gone through the cards, but I got this deck actually about a week ago. I'm a bit late in doing a walkthrough of it. So what I'll probably do is just pull some cards for a wee message for everyone for the upcoming Christmas period. Okay, so bear with me, we'll flip around the camera and then we'll have a look through the deck. Okay guys, so we've got the deck here, and just quickly before I start flipping through the cards, I just wanted to kind of show you a bit about the packaging, I guess. So it's in a kind of standard tuck box. You know, it's got this wee bit that comes down to make it easier to get the cards in and out of. Pretty standard tuck box. You know, tower card on the back. It displays some of the cards on the pack on the front, and it says the Tarot de Marseille, or sorry, the Tarot of Marseille. You get that used to saying it in French. By Pitisci. So that's the box. You get your two extra cards. Both are double-sided. So you've got the kind of title card, which just talks about, I think, about the company. You've got Vincent Pitisci has many books on the tarot available on Amazon.com, his YouTube channel, and websites www.tarotmaps.com and Pitisci.com. And on the back it tells you a wee bit about Vincent and his wife. So it says Vincent Pitisci and his wife Linda have worked together as intuitive consultants since 1993. They reside in Berwyn, a suburb of Chicago, Illinois. Vincent also has a 30-year background in the graphic arts, allowing him to create this beautiful rendition of the classic Tarot of Marseille. Vincent started reading the tarot in 1969. Currently offers private mentoring classes and seminars on the subject. Linda was born with a rare level of intuitive awareness. Her reputation as an intuitive consultant and healer is widespread throughout the Chicago area. So it's nice to hear a wee bit about the the author. The other card, I think this is quite good. So it's got basically your kind of, for the minors, it's got your basic numerology. And I know that, you know, when I'm a watcher of Vincent's YouTube channel, and a lot of the time when he's reading, or when he's talking about reading cards, in terms of the minors, the Ace through 10, he doesn't bring the elements into it a lot. So a 2 is a 2, you know, and a 3 is a 3. A lot of the time, he'll focus more on the number than the actual element itself. So he's got here the aces is a new concept, the 2s are choice, 3s are creativity, 4s are stability, 5s are change, 6s perseverance, 7s are achievement, 8s are advancement, 9s are attainment, and 10s are completion. And then the pages are new paths, the knights are action, the queens are patience, and the kings are knowledge. And then he talks a bit about the suits. So the swords or spades are about thought, pentacles or diamonds are about the physical, wands or clubs are about the spirit, and cups or hearts are about emotion. And then it does something similar on the other side for the majors. So full, carefree, the magician, awareness, Mystery for the High Priestess. The Empress is creativity. The Emperor is leadership. Hierophant is guidance. The Lovers, duality. Chariot is confidence. Justice is the truth. The Hermit is soul searching. The Wheel is evolvement. Strength is inner strength. The Hanged Man is sacrifice. Death, transition. Temperance is inspiration. The Devil, false truths. The Tower, disruption. The Star, direction. The Moon, mysterious paths. The Sun, nurturing. Judgment is new awareness. And the World is harmony. So those are the extra cards, and that's a wee insight into how Vincent, reads interprets, is the word I'm looking for, interprets the cards. Okay, now let me just make sure that we've got this in the camera. I think we do. Oh, another thing is the backs of the cards. So these are the backs, and I believe that this is taken from a, I think it's just like a 1700s French wallpaper. Okay, so we've got the full. I'll go quite quickly through these because for the main part they are quite classic Tarot de Marseille. We've got the Magician, and he does have the dice on the table there. So I know there's some people that that are into TDM that love to see the dice on the Magician's table. The High Priestess. Almost the veil behind her. Do you know, it's her headdress that I'm seeing, but it looked as though it was like two flags rather than one veil, but like I say, it's not, it's the High Priestess's headdress. Just this bit here I'm looking at. The Empress. The Emperor. The Hierophant. He's got the triple cross staff. It's quite classic of type 2 TDM. And the Lovers. Again, you've classic type 2 where you've got the baby coming in from the left of the card and pointing the arrow to the right, and it's not blindfolded. We have the Chariot. So the draped curtains are a classic sign of type 2 Tarot de Marseille, and the initials on the crest and the shield. Justice. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Strength. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man has his arms behind his back, which is another sign of type 2. Death. I know that a lot of TDM deaths, or Arcanum 13, they show the skeleton but with a nose, and Vincent made a point in taking that out because obviously skeletons don't have noses. See the body parts buried in the ground. Temperance. The Devil. So we don't see any face on the Devil's stomach or eye on his stomach or his knees, which again is another telltale sign of type 2 Tarot de Marseille. Got the Tower. It's interesting here with the fire. Instead of lightning is coming down and striking the tower, taking the crown off it. The Star. The Moon. The moon's facing to the side rather than straight out towards the card. Sun. Judgment. The World. So those are the majors, guys. We'll go through the minors, I think, a bit more quickly. So we've got the Ace of Wands, and I do like in TDM it shows the the wand is starting off thinner and then gets broader and broader because the wand represents us raising our energy, building up the positive aspects of ourselves. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 8, 9. Classic TDM, it hit for 9, and like you would have seen it in the Sun, I think, as well. Instead of IX, meaning 1 before 10, it has VIII. 5 plus 4 is 9. 10. Page of Wands. So you see here he's got his wand pointed down. The Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. And King. Again, he appears to have his wand pointed down here. Then onto the swords. So the opposite of the wands, the swords start off broader and get thinner and thinner and thinner as you go up. That represents, so the swords are the things that we're reducing, where we're trying to kind of destroy, like the ego, the shadow, the things about ourselves that we're trying to kind of rein in. So you can really see it clearly here. There's some decks where it's not as clear that the sword is kind of getting thinner as it goes up to the top, and then at the top, when you finally kind of achieved your goal of destroying the ego, you've got the kind of crown of glory at the top there. Two, 3, third sword coming in and cutting through that stalemate of the 2. 4, representing peace and rest, and then the 5 again, that odd sword, that other sword is coming through and cutting through, destroying that peace and destroying that rest. Got the 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10. Page. The Knight. It's interesting in this one, it's the Knight of Swords, whose horse is kind of up on 2 legs, whereas in your kind of Rider-Waite Smith, it's the Knight of Wands. The Queen of Swords. Sorry, I know I keep moving these cards about, but I'm conscious that I want you to be able to see them. And the King of Swords. Look at the cups. Let's move these out the way. So that was ace, then we've got 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Really kind of see the symmetry in this, you know, harmony. 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, yeah, you kind of get the, you know, the idea of the water being passed down from one cup to another, in the same way that the you know, the 10s represent recycling and renewal of energy. Page of Cups. The Knight. Queen with her cup covered over. To me that represents protection. She's protecting the emotions. And the King. The Negotiator. Okay. And then our final suit is the Pentacles, or the coins. So we've got the ace, and you notice that the coins aren't actually numbered. The 2. So it says here 1969, that's when Vincent started reading tarot. VC Pitisci, and then 2019 is the year that he published the deck. 3 of coins, 4, 5, 6, 7, so you can really see, like, between the 6 and the 7, you know, you've got this balance, this symmetry, and then this extra pentacle comes along, and you look at it in terms of, you know, the growth of the you know, the flora. It's coming up, it's growing, and then it hits this random central pentacle, but instead of letting it stop its growth, you can see that it's it's using it as an anchor almost to promote further growth, you know. And that's kind of for me what the sevens are about, you know, that they do bring this feeling of disruption. But the key is to, you know, the trick is to kind of learn to see that disruption as, you know, as an opportunity for personal development, for growth. You know, and that's where we get the kind of growth from stability. You know, you've got your comfort zone down here at the bottom and you've been forced to grow from it, you've been pushed from it. Got the 8, 9. It's interesting here how these, you know, the flora, they contrast each other. So you've got the blue petals and the kind of red in the middle, you know, whereas, you know, everything's the opposite over here. I'll say everything's the opposite. It's not quite symmetrical, is it? Because you've got this kind of stem here, whereas you don't have it on the other side. Anyway, details. Then we'll get the 10 of coins. And the page, the knight, the queen, and the king. So that's the full pack, guys. What I'll do, because you know what I'm like with my shuffling, I need everything to be perfectly randomised. I'll stop the video and I'll come back once I've got it shuffled the way I like it. It sounds like I'm stacking the deck, you know what I mean, once I've got it properly randomised, and we'll pull some cards for the kind of Christmas period. Right guys, that's us back. So I've been shuffling the deck, I've given it a right good shuffle, everything's kind of randomised, so at least that way if 2 consecutive cards come up it won't annoy me, I'll know that it was meant to come up that way. Whoops, never done that once the whole time I was shuffling off camera. Typical. So we are looking for a message for the next few weeks for everyone. Okay. So the Knight of Swords is maybe just referring to, like, a lot of us have been spending maybe time on our own, or at least time in our, you know, our home environments, the people that were around all the time. You know, the next few days is going to find us being able to actually get out again and see different people, meet up with different people, and, you know, probably having a few drinks. And quite often what happens, you know, when we get excited and we have a few drinks, we can exchange words. We just need to bear in mind that, at least for me, and what I've got in mind is that we've only got this for one day. After Christmas Day, Scotland and I believe all of kind of the UK, we go back into essentially lockdown. So I just want to make my aim here is to make sure that my Knight of Swords, sorry, doesn't get out of hand. You know, my kind of argumentative side doesn't come out. As I say, we've only got it for one day, so let's keep it healthy. Let's keep it kind of jovial and you know, not let passions run too high to a point where it's detrimental. You know. And I mean, we've got a 4 coming up in the advice position, you know, so 4s are about, you know, balance, stability. You know, we typically associate this card with celebrations and being happy, and numerologically and, you know, elementally for me, 4s are about achievement and validation, you know, and it's in the sort of passion, the sort of fire. You know, it's purpose. You know, we really, when a wand comes up, when a fire comes up, we really care about the thing that it's talking about. You know, it's not something that's just in the back of our mind. It's something that we're kind of very much focused on, and we see as being part of the reason that we're here, essentially. And to get that 4 coming up, that's quite a nice card to come up. So in the advice position, it's kind of like just, I guess, rehashing what I was saying about the Knight of Swords. You know, let's maintain that balance, maintain that positivity. and then we've got the devil coming up for the kind of going forwards outcome kind of position. So at its very base, the devil is about our desires. Okay. People in devil energy quite often will associate it with being negative because we can be misled by our desires, whether that's us misleading ourselves or whether it's other people taking advantage of us. You know, they clock onto something that we deeply desire and they use that against us, and whether we know it or not, you know, you almost kind of feel yourself being hoodwinked. But the key point, and for me in the card, is desire. As much as it can be a negative card, it can be a positive thing too, you know. People have done amazing things because they've desired it so much, you know. People have climbed Mount Everest, people have, you know, found cures to horrible diseases. People have done all sorts of things with that strong passion and desire. I guess the thing is just to remember is the risk control, you know, the risk assessment. That's often what's lacking in the devil energy is, you know, we don't take into account the risks. We often disregard them and kind of just do what we want. But I suppose it's just a reminder to just, you know, by all means be clear about what you want and what your desires are, and you know, follow your heart, but just remember that we always need to kind of keep our sensible head on at least a bit, and you know, be careful not to get yourself into any difficult excuse me, not to get yourself into any difficult situations because you're being led purely by desire. And certainly be careful of anyone who might be kind of wanting to take advantage of us in any way. Alright guys, so that's the reading for us for the next few weeks. You know, I look away from the cards and I don't know what it is. It's when you're looking at cards, you're kind of, I'm in the zone, you know, and then when you look away, sometimes it's quite helpful because it just lets your brain go back to working and not being a kind of tarot reading brain, just being a general brain. And when I think about what's going to be happening over the next few days, few weeks, it's going to be a difficult time for us all, you know. We've only got one day essentially where we can see family, and we need to choose who it is that we're seeing. Most people aren't going to be able to see everyone that they want to, and there is a danger there to let your desire come before, you know, what's the right thing to do. So maybe that's what the devil's coming up for. It's just saying, remember and keep yourself safe. You know, we know that you want to see all of your family, but it's more important to keep them safe in the long run than to kind of satisfy your desire to, you know, catch up with them and see them all. But that was just a personal message for me. Might resonate with some people, but yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the reading, guys. That's the end of the video. I will be, I do plan on doing a live tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve. I don't, like everyone else, I don't really have any major plans, so I certainly still do plan on doing my usual live. So I understand that people will have like kind of plans and stuff just because of the time of year, so totally understandable if I've only got a small audience. But you know, if you're free, if you're bored, feel free to pop in and say hi. It would be lovely to see you. So until next time, guys, have an amazing Christmas and New Year, holiday period and New Year. I hope everyone stays safe and is doing well, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.